And then Gideon sent messengers throughout all Manasseh, Asher, Zebulun, Naphtali, and they came up to meet him. But even though the angel of the Lord met Gideon face to face and told him he would defeat the Midianites, Gideon was still uncertain. Gideon said to God, "If I put this fleece on the threshing floor, and there's dew on the fleece only, and it's dry everywhere else, then I will know that you will save Israel by my hand." But even though God granted his request, he was still not convinced. "Don't be angry with me, God. Let me speak once more. Let the fleece be dry and the ground around it wet with dew." And so God did as Gideon requested. He was ready to lead his army. But God told him he had too many men. If his large army defeated the Midianites, then they would take the credit and God would not be given any credit. So God told Gideon to tell the people who were afraid to depart. 22,000 people left the army and 10,000 remained. Still, there were too many people, so they went to a stream to drink. God told Gideon that those who lapped the water from their hands could stay, and those who drank by kneeling down to the water should be told to go. He was left with 300 men. The Midianites were camping below them. God told Gideon if he was still afraid to go down into the camp, and he would hear something that would strengthen him. He hid on the edge of the camp and heard two men speaking. One was telling his companion the dream he had. "I had a dream a giant loaf of bread rolled into the camp, and it hit a tent, and the tent collapsed and overturned. This dream is nothing else but Gideon. He will be like the bread coming into the camp, for God has delivered Midian and the whole camp into his hand." And Gideon returned to the camp praising God, and woke the camp. "Arise, for the Lord has delivered the camp of Midian into your hand." God would not fight with swords, but with trumpets, torches, and empty pitchers. They blew their trumpets and smashed their clay pitchers, revealing 300 torches surrounding the camp.
"A sword for the Lord and for Gideon! The sword for the Lord and for Gideon!"
Chaos ensued, and the Lord set every Midianite's sword against his fellow soldiers, and they fought each other in the confusion. And then the men of Israel gathered together and came down against the Midianites and defeated the entire army by the hand of God.